cleaner activity in a cleaner Nagaland.
Come, someone can.
Since April 2025, we have been working in this colony under a project called CGFC, that is Sustainable Environment Action for Green Forest Colony. Our plan is to have this DiWas Hub serve as the community's waste sorting unit. The community or the residents will bring the waste here. It will be further sorted. The recyclables will go to the storeroom and the inerts or the rejects will go to the landfill. Any revenue that we generate from this will go to the community welfare fund. It's not for us. And the idea about all of this is to build a decentralized community waste management system, including the informal sectors, which is the rag pickers as well. And hence the name also carries different layers. So when you say DiWas Hub, it actually reflects our anagram of our mission, which is diverting waste. Second, it also derives inspiration from the Sanskrit word Diwas, which means day. And every day is a day that we can renew our perspective and strengthen our resolve to solve the environmental issues. And lastly, to the city where it started, this initiative started, Dimapur, DI. So this name also carries different meaning for us. And the hub itself actually is because of a chain reaction of support. And if you allow me to share the story, because this is all about the story, we were planning to set up this MRF, but not at this moment. We actually wanted at least 50% of the household to be doing the segregation. But then, in November 2025, Mr. Vishal Kumar, who is the CEO of Waste Warriors, came to visit us and told us sometimes results are born out of activism. And this is the result of this. Next came the forest department. Sir Bezo, our DFO, permitted us to use the abandoned building, which, like I said before, looked right out of a horror movie. Then when Dynasty Enterprise assessed the renovation costs, I almost had a heart attack. However, like Batman and Robin, they agreed to absorb some of the expenses, but still the numbers were very daunting for us. That's where again the West were came and this gave us a seed money to start. But we wanted the hub to be a little different. Can we make it into an educational art piece? And that's when we approached Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, and they came to our rescue. And to bring this vision, our vision of turning into an educational art piece came. This is where Wandering Minds College of Fine Arts joined. They brainstormed a lot because what you see is not something that they came up with. They had to do a lot of research because we wanted a lot of different things. And then when they were like, they had decided on the concept, what we did was again, we gave them a heart attack with the color we choose. Right now it's a canvas, it's good, really nice, but without the art, the color was so shocking, it literally burned your eyes. And this is where they just went all the way out and made our dream, just turned our dream into a reality. You'll see later on. So we had the foundation, the painting, the art, but we couldn't again cover the ceiling and the roof. That was not included. Unfortunately, we got another anonymous donor. And finally, an individual artist also came to make this into this educational piece that we're thinking about. So you see, the story was not shaped by us; it had many hands. Each actor, West Warrior, Forest Department, Dynasty Enterprise, Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, Wandering Minds, our anonymous donor, and individual artists played a vital role in turning this 100th house into the hub you see right now. This is a milestone for the state, but if you have to say, if you have to ask if there's a success, I really can't say. in 1 year time, this might drive or this might be lost down. The fate actually doesn't lie on us, it lies on the community. So the story of the DiWas Hub has just begun, but the future is now in the hands of the people of Forest Colony. Because honestly, without the community support, any waste intervention will fail. So later on, you will see the hub, and you will notice that it's a bit airy. We have no furniture or equipment inside. Like I said earlier, our funds got exhausted. And yes, we are looking for donations. So if you want to donate, we are more than happy to accept. And finally, to my team of 4, I think you can all see that they are all standing there. I am the one who comes up with this crazy, impossible ideas. They are the ones who sigh, face bump, but somehow I don't know. You work with me and make this happen. Thank you, team, for doing the impossible every day. But again, like I said earlier, waste is not only because it's not only the responsibility of the government. It's not only anyone's responsibility. It's everyone's.
One very good practice that I have come across in some of the countries as well as some of the cities that I have visited. One very good thing about many of the developed countries is they don't usually litter around. They don't throw any waste, whether it be plastic bags or papers or anything. And in many of the clean countries and in developed countries, even the dogs as well as the pets that they used to take around, they will always carry a disposable bag in their pocket. And whenever the dogs they litter when they do their duties, the owner who is taking along the dog for a walk, they will pick it up. So that is the level of cleanliness and the level of responsibility. I should say this is called for a sense of responsibility in us also. So that is what I have come across in some of the very countries that I have come across, and in some, especially in places like Japan, which I have had the opportunity of visiting also, you will not find much of dustbins or all these disposable bins in the towns and in the cities, except for some places, strategic locations where there is a lot of gathering and all this. And even in those public transport also, in many cases you find the disposable bags, the plastic bags and all these disposable paper bags and all. So they don't throw away rubbish just like that. Whatever they produce, whatever they buy and all those packages and all this, they either carry it home or they will keep it in their pocket or in the disposable bag and then leave it aside in a trash can where it is designated, some areas only. So that is how the level of cleanliness in many of the countries and in many of our towns and the cities, even in our country also have come up with. So this calls for a responsibility of all citizens. Individually, it cannot be done, but collective decision, collective mentality of the citizens can be, trained to be more responsible in handling our waste. And in such a situation where the organizations like Life NGO, I think you are paving a very positive way, and you are coming out as one of the model in order to instill a sense of responsibility that this is what everyone should be doing. You should be doing this, you should not be doing this. All this comes with knowledge, comes with understanding, and comes with education. And recycling is one thing which is the need of the hour. We as human beings, every day we produce a lot of waste, we generate a lot of waste. And One ways I feel is the recycling, the reuse, recycle, and then the three R's: reuse, reduce, and recycle. And this is one very fine example where we can recycle our waste, and the involvement of institutions, the citizens, and the communities. And along with that, the involvement and the enforcement. Enforcement of laws and rules also plays a long way, and it is more effective when there are more better enforcement of laws and regulations also. That is what we have seen in places like Bangalore. Bangalore, the the city, they have a lot of different activities and NGO activities, volunteers for collection of waste, reducing of all these recyclable items and waste. But that amounts to only 20 to 30% of the waste management, and only about 20 to 30% of the population are actively involved in the voluntary management of the waste. And the rest, they say, 70%, the 60 to 70% was through enforcement of the law. So that is how, where the role of the government institutions and different organizations like the corporation, the DMC, and other enforcement agencies also comes into play. And I feel that when we work together, I think there will be more opportunities, and let us try to have a positive outlook that these activities will soon be able to see much more productive efforts, and it can be a beneficial effort for many individuals as well as organizations. And all of us should be involved as a responsible citizen. We should try to keep our area, our city, and our locality clean in whatever ways we can. So thank you so much for the invitation, and thank you for letting me be a part of this historic occasion. Thank you.
To tell you very frankly, government is doing what it can, but the results have really not reached the stage where we can say that yes, we can see positive results, we are improving. We are trying to do the best we can. Maybe we do lack some experience here and there, we do lack some commitment here and there, but the situation has become such that the government itself cannot take things for granted anymore, because now recently the new solid waste management rules have come out by the Government of India, and it's not just the National Green Tribunal which was monitoring all the waste and polluting activities in the states, but now the Supreme Court is also actively involved in monitoring, and Supreme Court and the NGT, they are now actively asking officers concerned in particular states, what have you done? What are you going to do? What are your plans for the future? This is your burden now, and what are your plans to reduce the burden? So these are questions that are coming now, and from the urban and municipal department, we are first in the line of fire. Of course, is the Chief Secretary who responds to on our behalf, but we are first in line of fire. But it comes down to the district headquarters, to the district authorities, and then the town authorities that will be here in Dimapur. It is headed by our Chief Executive Officer and the Chairman and his colleagues. So responsibilities are being identified, and responsibilities, we are being told that it will be fixed. Now, in March, we had a video conference with the National Green Tribunal, and Nagaland, as a state, we were not shown in good light. But as a government, we were asked to comment on when improvements could be seen on the ground. I asked for some time, and the tribunal has agreed that okay, you can take till the end of March next year. And I was wondering, that whether we will be able to achieve anything visible. And at the same time, just joking that maybe by the time it will be a good idea to ask for a transfer. But when I see passionate people like Life here today, I know I see 2 or 3 other NGOs here today represented, and I see that they are coming up with solutions, and they are doing their best. So it gives me hope that yes, within 1 year, especially in major towns like Dimapur, Kohima, Mohokchung, we can see visible differences, because these are the worst offenders, and this is where the most visible changes can also happen. It's only with the effort and the assistance of NGOs and groups like Life, and also with community participation. Without community participation and without the community taking ownership of the waste that they generate, nothing will change. So I hope that the first step I want to challenge is that to all the NGOs and to all activists who are working in this field, educate as far as possible and inculcate the habit of responsible waste management in all citizens firstly, and secondly, I would also like to encourage you to adopt another town if possible, another village if possible, and just build up the resources and the capacities there. The government, the department will chip in wherever we can. Your efforts will not go unnoticed, and together I know that we can make visible changes within a year. So thank you very much. This is a small step. I hope we replicate this in all the colonies in Dimapur. That is a challenge that with DMC we will tackle. But congratulations once again for taking this small step, and I hope that it continues to grow. Thank you so much.
Now, the proposal which the Life NGO brought to us is very much in line with the new solid waste management rules. The new solid waste management rules focused more on the segregation. Earlier, it was only for two-way segregation, that is wet and dry. Now, we are to segregate into 4 ways. That is why it is visually presented here also, the 4 colored bins. And to intensify this segregation, we need the community. The IEC that we had designed with the ULB studies and implemented in the past, not produce us the expected result which we envisioned. But the proposal of this kind, which is going to be a practical one, in the form of IEC as well as actual segregation that will be taught to the citizens of not only the colony, not only Dimapur, but I believe it will reach all over the state also. And why Dimapur? Dimapur, actually, I used to tell Nikki that Dimapur is the main entrance door of the state. And you know what? Each and every one of us, we don't keep our entrance door or the gates dirty or littered. Actually, even if our yard is a little bit disorganized, we try to maintain the entrance beautifully for our visitors, for ourselves to enjoy also. So likewise, Dimapur is the entrance door of Nagaland, and Dimapur should, and we should hold this responsibility. We have extra responsibility and also burden to keep the state image with clean Dimapur. That is number one. Now my Commissioner Secretary also talked about the waste resources. We have the largest waste resource deposit here in Dimapur. Daily we are receiving 85 plus tons per day waste here in Dimapur. That is also only within the municipal limits. When we are to consider the agglomerated, built up area of this Dimapur region, I believe that we have enough resources that we can bring into our, economic value from the waste which we are letting it go as it is. And waste is only a waste when we throw it as a waste. But once it is recycled or once we make it to reuse, And once we make it into a valuable resources, it becomes a valuable resources, and not only for the economic benefit, it will give us a better environment for the future sustainability, and also it will help us to comply to all the rules that are enforced upon us. Why? Because we fail to, comply, or we fail to manage waste as it should, but we are just dumping and dumping each day. So with the new solid waste management rule, dumping of any sort anywhere, wherever that is illegal. It is not allowed anymore. Each and every one of us.
Waste is a resource if we manage it properly. That we should keep in mind. As Dimapur continues to grow, so does our waste, the challenge of waste management. It is not the responsibility of the municipality alone, but we are all here together. Yes, we will do our best. We'll try to bring new changes, but at the same time, we need your support and cooperation. In fact, you should be a part of this initiative. As mentioned by the earlier speakers, it requires a collective effort from institutions to communities, to every citizen. Initiatives such as DiWas Hub show us the way forward. Number one, this will bring waste management closer to the community. Number two we can promote segregation at source. Number three could be reducing pressure at the dump site. Reducing pressure, because we have reached a saturation point and we are finding it very difficult finding an alternative dump site, landfill. So this will go a long way in reducing pressure on dump sites. Number four could be creating awareness. Creating awareness is very important. And ownership among citizens. Ownership is very important. This kind of model reflects the principle that sustainable cities are built not only on policies, but by people, by us. On behalf of Dimapur Municipal Council, I assure you of our full support, Mr. Nikki. On behalf of the Dimapur Municipal Council, I assure you our full support.
It was last year, 2025 April, the Team Life has approached us, requesting us to permit them for making this forest colony clean and green colony. So naturally, any effort or any initiative for the welfare of the forest colony is always welcome. So without any hesitation, we tell them to go ahead. And then we started seeing them coming here often, collecting our waste, started attacking the most dirty spots in this colony. They've make assessment of the waste generated from this colony, and they have also conducted a series of programs, activities. They have organized sports day for the youth, also a waste hunt competition, series of awareness programs and trainings. And I think it is early part of this year they have approached me again to give them a space for constructing a material recovery facility. So we allotted this abandoned building to them. Initially it was only roof, no doors, no windows, not even walls. So thinking that just to store waste, as long as the roof is there, it would be enough. So we told them to go ahead with this very abandoned quarter. And it is surprising to see that they've come up, they've renovated it very well. and I'm sure it is much better than many of our quarters here in Forest Colony now. So, and they have done all this thing with their own resources. And today they have constructed this one and they have given to the community. It is community's property. So particularly the forest colony residents, we need to support them. We need to help them in whatever way we can, starting from segregating the waste from our kitchen and delivering here. So let us also try to help them in every possible way. And today, even though this is a very small program, it is good to see that many important personalities from government departments and various NGOs and even media are present here. This program itself reflects that waste management is something which cannot be done in isolation, but we all need to join hands to fight or to bring solution for this one. So taking this opportunity, I seek your support, your expertise, and your partnership in making this very simple facility a success, not only in Forest Colony, but let it be a model for the entire state.
Last year, NGO kanto aisi, aigena amna kange batao di korise. Itu yati ita kam kore bole ase, apna kan monjo obna no boy na koise. Ulibi, acha, ki laga koise, ya kan guado, places koloni ubole ase. Naga itu tu bhag asido. Naga koile, amna kan before ase. Sapkan nasi, sapkan no kota kore kena, ini ka wo amikan ko bo koise. Itu bichite, amikan sap logo discuss koise, aru council kan bi discuss koise, discuss kore kena, acha koise. Itu bra, koloni de Dimapur de koloni, plains koloni kore bole kun monjor no bo. Itu bra amikan bi bishi bai kena, amikan sob mile kena, itu laga kam kore bo. Apan ki koribole ase free koribi aru apan ami khan logot cooperate koribi aru ami khan saf khan ase aru to khan logot apan sob miligena amakan itu kam koribo aru luckily amakan gopal phal amakan additional PCC kai gena ji ati train korisi amakan imedi ekdom itu effort laga sai nikta ase aru yadi speaker khan goado achi Nagaland itu first di sana se. NGOs kamera na kam kurado. To le achibra start kori kena. Yadi forest colony de start kori kena itu phal ole manukan sabo. Itu to le ঠিক আছে. Itu ni sana apne kan NGOs kan bi aru bi dosra colony de oila dosra jaga dibi enaka kam korile phal hobo aru kinaka apne kan ki pabi kena start kori ase. Itu ni sana ending bi Inanga koili phalobo naga ini apna khan ki bishi babra council nambra kota ekta boyase. Thank you.
But I stand here to talk about this art. That if you ask me something about all these artworks, the illustrations that are done here, I'll tell you that I don't know anything about it. If you ask me a meaning about it, I'll say I don't know. The same thing if you ask my students, they'll say we don't know. We are just having fun. And I think there's nothing wrong with having fun when you do something. Instinct is something that we always ask the artists not to do. That is, when you talk about singers, when you hear them, when you listen to them sing, you want to feel the music. You don't go and ask the meaning. You have to feel it. The same thing, you just feel the artwork sometimes. Don't bother us with all the questions, right? Same thing with waste management. I think it should come instinctively. We shouldn't do it because there's a particular reason for it, but we should do it because we have to. It should become instinct. Human beings, I think, we are the only organism which leaves out so much trash and waste when it compares to the animals. Animals instinctively, they don't waste much. They know how to manage the waste. But us, on the other hand, being so human, we are so inhuman that we throw so many things away. So I think that's what we need to change. Now, regarding to the team, because I'm the last speaker, so there's a lot of pressure to quickly end this. So, Nikki and your team, once again, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to paint our thoughts. But next time, let us choose the color of the walls. it was it was it was difficult, but yes, we tried what we could with what we were given. But yes, and then the next thing is this. It's a fresh perspective. It's a fresh start here. Doing something new. Let me tell you, doing something new is difficult. I'm telling that through experience. Our college is new in a sense that yes, there are fine art colleges outside also. But when we started this, people kept asking questions again and again. We were even asked whether it was even legal or not. So we have a legal college, but still people question. Same thing with your team. When you start something new, people will ask and give you all sorts of problems and questions, and you will have to face so many new challenges. When that happens, let me tell you, a team is very important. We have a very wonderful team, and judging by your team, my students, the experience they had, they keep telling me about it. They had fun, and I think the artwork here is all about just them having fun. So thank you so much for making it a fun experience for them. And if in the future you have anything to do, let us know. We are here to help. We are here to work together. Anything with creative inputs, we will be there. But once again, let us choose the wall color. Thank you.